episode of Natural Therapist with your host, Yasmin Kylie. That's me. And first off, I would like to say thank you guys so freaking much for all the support, all the love that I've been getting. I posted that I was starting this podcast on my Instagram story, and so many people reposted, so many people followed the page, and I just want to say thank you guys for all the love. But I also am a very firm believer in the energy that you give out is the energy that you'll give in, and I'm a kind soul everywhere that I go. So kind energy usually attracts to me. So just thank you guys. I thought that was important to put in the first thing. Um, I don't even know why I'm nervous for real, because it's just me and you and my dog. Y'all gonna see a lot of my dog because she feels very entitled to my time, my company. I made her go over there, so y'all might hear her licking and stuff eventually. So excuse her and also bear with me. Um, I just want to say that this is something that I have been trying to get into, trying to do for over a year now. I've just been contemplating. I've just been jotting things down, studying, looking at a lot of different podcasts, figuring out what I need to bring to the table, what I can bring to the table. How can I be original? And the biggest one was looking for a co-host, and that drove me freaking nuts because I'm like, I need somebody to feed off of. I need some energy to feed off of, and I kept trying to like ask the randoms, like, oh, like we might have a good conversation one day, and I just like, you know what, girl, you would be a good co-host, but I was dead wrong for that for one, because I'm very energy intuitive. Like I really pick up on energies, and I can't just have anybody sitting here next to me. You know, I'm putting all this stuff together, and they're just basically there. So this will be a solo podcast, even though I will eventually have guests on the show when people feel like I am worthy of them coming on my show, because I am just starting off new to this. I am new to this, but yeah, I just wanted to say that first. I have all my little notes here because my cue cards weren't ready to be laminated. I had somebody laminate my cue cards, but they wasn't ready. So it's okay. You know, you want to start somewhere, and I cannot wait for you guys to watch me grow and prosper throughout the years and see what I have in store for y'all, because I just have a lot. I have a lot in store for the girls and the guys and the guys. Nobody's, you know, nobody's excluded. This is an inclusive show. Anyway, so yeah. So let's get into the topic. The topic of the day and the quote of the day is one day or day one. So one thing you guys will learn about me is that me and my boyfriend, we drive. My boyfriend's a truck driver. We drive all over the country. Um, Recently we've been relocating the military, but we do all types of stuff trucking. Nevertheless, we were in Pennsylvania, and I saw a church, and it had a sign up that said one day or day one, and I thought that was beautiful. Even though they were trying to get people to come to the church and or get more involved with God and putting having God in your heart, I thought that was beautiful because you can apply that to everyday life thing. And I thought also, okay, this will be the perfect topic for the first show, because I've been sitting here beating myself up, y'all, for the last probably like year and some months. Keep saying that this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. And one day I'm going to have a podcast, and yeah, this is what I really want to do. I'm really passionate about it. And one day, but I was not taking none of the steps to put it in motion. Yeah, I was jotting down topics and like watching different podcasts and whatnot, but I really wasn't taking the steps to put my goals and my dreams into motion. And that's going to be the topic of the day. So let's start off talking about fear. I think that fear of failure is absolutely absurd. Like, are you seriously going to sit here and tell me that you're so afraid to fail that you're not even willing to try? And not trying is a form of failure, in my opinion. Not trying is failure in itself. Um, one thing people have a hard time, and it's this new, like, oh, we're delulu and manifest culture, and I don't mind the manifestation. I manifest a lot of things. I write a lot of things down, try to keep everything positive. Flip just the way that I think. Like, for a long time, I was just playing the victim for a lot of things, and I realized, like, I am not a victim, and whatever I have been through is not my story. It's not who I am. It's just a part of my story. It's not who I am. It doesn't make who I am today. What makes who I am today is what I do differently to change the narrative of the story. So I just been in a very positive mindset of, like, you know what, it just wasn't my time, or it didn't align with what God had set in stone for me, or you know what, I'm trusting God, and whatever He got for me is bigger than whatever I didn't get today. And I'm okay with that because His timing is the only timing. And I can't keep everybody puts themselves on this time constraint. Oh, I'm 26 years old, so it's like, oh, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm almost 30 and I haven't done this. I'm almost this and I haven't done that." And who said that it's a time constraint? It's a lot of business owners that started at 50 years old and old as hell, and they're millionaires, billionaires. So there's really no time for where you should be. There's no time, like, constraint on where you should be in life and when you should do something. And stop putting the time on your life, because you could die tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. Everybody's like, oh, the future is now, and the future is now, and the future is literally now, because we don't have tomorrow. So you have to put everything into motion. You have to start taking the steps. One thing that I really started doing was just jotting stuff down. Like, okay, just even as far as little as getting up and making your freaking bed and start, if whatever your goal is, if your goal is to start exercising more, wake up earlier, take 20, 30 minutes out of your day and do that shit. Stop making excuses for yourself, because excuses is another form of failure. Excuses is another form of fear. It's just another thing to keep you from doing the things that you really want to do. And if it's something that you're passionate about, it's something that you really want, whether it be change your health or get into a career or a field that you've really been wanting to get into, you have to put in motion. You have to put in the work. You have to take out the time. You have to invest into yourself, because we invest into these businesses, these companies every day, working these 9 to 5s, helping them out, doing them a justice, and then you have what, 2 days off? Some people don't even have 2 days off, because when I was working at the post office, I was working 6 days a week, sometimes 12 plus hours a day. So after that, what time do you really have? One day off. My one day off was Sunday. Sunday, I had to prepare for Monday, and I'm sleeping most of my day away. I'm not getting anything done. I'm working so hard for somebody else's goals, and I'm sitting here keep saying, oh, this is what I want. This is what I really want. This is where I really want to be. This is what I really want. You stop that shit. Stop with the excuses. I'm not saying quit your 9 to 5. I'm not saying don't go back to work. That's not what we saying. I don't want you guys to be set up for failure, but living to survive is not living. It's not. And I think that we all deserve more out of life, and we should be enjoying life. Life is about enjoying your time. Life isn't about working and barely being able to set aside time for yourself. Life is about enjoyment. Finding enjoyment, finding beauty in living. Because if you're living to work, I mean, what are you really living for? I'm not saying you should do the thing, but I'm just saying, like, you're living for nothing. You're living for nothing. And I do talk to a lot of people, and they're like, well, I had kids, and well, I had a husband. And I have to just tell people, like, who are you outside of being a mother? Who are you outside of being a wife? I can't believe that it's so many women that I have talked to that say, oh yeah, I used to do this, or I used to be into this, or I used to have hobbies, and then I got married, and it just wasn't, I just couldn't do those things anymore. And it's just like, the man for me will want me to do the things that I'm into. The man that is for me will want me to do things that I'm passionate about. Yes, I would love to be a great wife, but outside of a wife, I have to have my needs fulfilled too. Because a man is going to have his needs fulfilled regardless. And I realized that, like, a lot of people are thinking that my life is so sweet because technically I don't have to work. I mean, my man does pay for most things. I do hair on the side. But everything is just like a side thing for me, and we're just on the road for most of the time. I don't have no bills because my man pays the bills, and all of that is great. But a lot of, like, for a whole year, I was really sad and depressed because I felt like I was just following under everything that he was doing, and I didn't have no sense of self. I lost all my sense of self because I'm just like, well, this is what my man is doing for the day. That's what I guess that's what I'm gonna do for the day. And then I will realize that I'm not his fucking puppet. I don't have to follow him around. We can have two separate lives, and he loves for me to be with him all the time. Like, he has a life of just, he makes his own schedule, um, and so a lot of times he like want me to wake up and ride around with him and do stuff with him, and I'm just like, no, because it's not conducive to what I want to do. It's not helping me be productive. And I honestly have been so lazy, and not in the sense of that I don't clean and I don't cook and I don't do anything. I don't get out of my bed. I get out of my bed, but I mean, like, when I was single and living in my own apartment, I was busting my ass. I was working so hard, and I was just an independent woman, and now I feel like I don't even have it in me to be an independent woman anymore. And it's so crazy because I get around my sister or my mom, and they talk about, like, my siblings and my mom. They work so freaking hard. I watch my sister work so hard. I admire her for that. I can't wait for y'all to meet her. She is the best girl in the world. I admire my sister. I'm her biggest fan. But my sister works so freaking hard. She goes to work, works overtime. She works at a hospital. She'll work her overtime, get off, and do freaking Uber. And I'm just like, when do you get a chance to get a break? And she's like, yes, I can. Like, I have bills. I am a single woman. I have bills. Like, nobody helps me out. I'm my own person. I have to get up and do the things that I gotta do. And I'm just like, I hate that for you. And it's like, girl, you did it for so long. How can you? It's like I don't even understand it anymore. But we getting off the topic. The point is, we have to trust God, and you have to. Sometimes you just gotta get into that tunnel vision. You just gotta. If it doesn't align with what you're trying to do, if it doesn't align with where you're trying to be, because I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about, oh, okay, next week, then we're going to do another episode. I'm thinking about next year when I can start getting paid for this shit, and it actually takes off, and I have a fan base, and the quality of the work increases, and I can get me an actual photographer. I'm thinking in the long run. I want this to be my career, so I'm thinking about the future of where this can go, and I think this could go really far. So I'm going to take out the time and be consistent. I want more people to start doing that. It's 2023. We have seen the power of social media. Like, I'm not saying don't work. If you're like somebody that wants to be a doctor or a nurse or be in HVAC or construction or all of those things, kudos to you. But for the people who are just so lost, because I feel like a lot of people are lost in what they want to do right now, and they see, like, oh, okay, I have potential to be this, and I'm good at this. All my life, I have been good at giving advice. My mom and me are besties. I always, since I was a little girl, my mom told me, like, you was a diva, you had a smart mouth, you were very smart, you was very wise with your words, you used to give me advice. My mom admires me because of that, but I meet so many other people, and they're just like, you should be a motivational speaker. You could be a motivational speaker. I actually went to college for communications and journalism, and I wanted to take it as far but as I could, but college is so expensive, and after a while I started having to pay out of my pocket, and I'm not even gonna lie, I got my AA, went to get my bachelor's, and I dropped the fuck out because I had my own shit going on, and life was just life in at the time, and I was so young. Like, I was so young. If I could just go back to that age, I probably would have stayed. But I was like, but I literally didn't have it to pay for those classes. I was paying for my courses out of pocket, no grants, no nothing. Um, and life was really hard for a while. I was working at a casino. Shout out to all my casino babes. But I was working at a casino, and I was busting my ass. I was getting out of school, going straight to work, doing overtime because I had to pay my rent and all my other side bills. Obviously, I didn't have a fucking car. I didn't even have a license. So I'm just Ubering everywhere. Ubers add up, especially when you're taking 4 Ubers in a day. I'm taking one to school. I'm taking one from school to work. I'm taking one from work to wherever else I go because I used to hang out with my friends. And then I'm taking one home. That's 4 Ubers. It was to the point where one of my homegirls was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you the number to this hack company. They just pick you up or whatever, and they give you a fair price." And one day, and I'm so sorry to this man, but one day I did as hop out the hack and did not pay that man because I didn't have it. I had to pay my rent. I couldn't afford to give that man $15. Like it was just getting so bad. It was getting so bad, y'all. And that's exactly why I went to the post office because I was just like, I need more money. I don't want to work hard because as a cocktail server, I mean, you just get to be cute all them in my mini skirt. My body was banging, y'all. My body was banging. Like, I still look good now, but back then, the body was like, oh, snatched. Everything was snatched. The ass was humongous and just beautiful. But the body was so slim. And so I would get, and my voice is so, y'all hear the voice. So a lot of men would just give me their money, and it was just an easy ass job for me. I would run around, we running all fast, getting people their drinks, trying to give the best service, and flirting my ass off, and just having a good time. Life was so fun back then. Um, yeah, but back again, once again off track. Once again, I got off track. But I just want to say that God is not going to hand you the life that you want on a silver platter. He wants you to be ready for it so that way it can actually stick. You know, because when He gives you these things, it's been times where He gave me some things and I could say that I wasn't exactly ready for it. And you lose those things. And that could even be a person, that could even be a loved one. Like, that applies to a lot of shit. So He wants it to stick. He wants you to be ready for these things. So you have to prepare yourself. Everybody has a lot of wants. You got to think about your needs first. I mean, I really did stop clubbing. I used to club probably, it's a 7-day week, and probably 5 days out the week, I was out and about with my girls. And my girls was usually cocktail server girls, or my sister and my aunt, because I got a young aunt. And we used to have the time of our lives. I mean, I used to have a ball. And now, when I go to the club, I be in there like, ugh, what the heck am I doing here? This feels weird. When I hang out with people, I feel like a freaking weirdo. Another thing y'all gonna learn about me is I'm from Baltimore, but I moved out to the countryside of fucking Maryland, to southern Maryland. And it's so different. It's so crazy. It's so different. It's such a slow life. I'm not used to living such a slow life, but I think it has helped me. My mom thinks it helped me. My parents think that it did me some justice because I mean I was wilding out in these streets, and it wasn't leading me to nowhere good. It was leading me to nowhere good. I mean I was living my best life. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. My boyfriend he made me settle down. He slowed my whole life down. Seriously. But I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful for him. I'm so grateful for him. God did His big one when He put him into my life. Also, I want to say, even if you are scared, because today I was very nervous. I'm starting to warm up because I got a drink over here. Let me drink some. Y'all, I made me a margarita. I put a little OJ in it. It's really an OJ and tequila with a hint of mug. Put a little sugar rim, cute little strawberry, just something cute. And I don't know why I don't drink that much now, so I'm feeling it. My back is hot. A little ASMR. Oops, I smoked a little. It's okay. So yeah. So one day or day one, the things that you want, you have to get out and you have to get up and you have to grab it by the fucking balls and say, you know what, this is what I really want. I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be that big boss that I wanna be. Cause the way that I am, I love to shop. I love to explore. I like to travel. I like to do a lot of fun girly things. And these jobs ain't cutting it. these jobs is really not cutting it. And I haven't worked in probably like a year. I had little side jobs. I did. I picked up some side jobs, just trying to prove to myself that I can do it. But I couldn't. So the life that I want to live, I think that, I need to find a career that fits who I am. And I'm a girl who loves a lot of luxury. I like to be cute. I like to go out. I'm very extra. I like to just live a good, fun life and work in these jobs. First of all, I don't even like to be told what to do. So what you're not about to do is breathe on my back because the number's not up. Because I'm never going to get your numbers up. Because you're never going to give me a raise. So unless I'm in a position of keep getting a raise and going high up, which I really don't even want to go high up because I don't even want to tell people what to do because I don't care that much. You know what I'm saying? I think this is the perfect career for me because I get to do things on my own time, which I really love. I get to be cute in front of a camera, which I already do. I get to give great advice, which I already do for free. So I should just be getting paid to do this, guys. I should just be getting paid to do this. But I also want y'all to follow up on y'all dreams, whatever that is. Or start taking care of the goals that you have. Because a lot of people have, I talk to people, y'all. It's not in person, it's mostly online. And I be in their DMs, really, really busting down their DMs, giving them advice, sending paragraphs like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And people really be saying like, yo, I really needed I really needed this today. You don't even know. You just talked me off a ledge. Not literally, but hopefully if somebody is on the ledge, DM me, bitch. Because I'm the girl. I'm going to get you right off that ledge. Now, I can fulfill some promises like, we should hang. I be telling people like, we should hang, have a nice positive vibe day, chill by the pool, relax, paint, do some real girly positive things, get our life together, pray over each other. You know what I think is so funny? I tried to start a prayer group. I tried to start a Bible study group. And I was like, when I do say other stuff, like, who want to come to my pool? Bitches be in the DM like, where you live? Even though you're not invited. But when I said, do y'all want to do Bible study with me? Do y'all want to sit around and talk about God with me? And yes, I cuss, and yes, I also talk about God. So bear with me. God knows, like they said, God knows my heart. But yeah, so when I said that Bible study part, nobody responded. Nobody, not even one person was like, I want to pray with you. I want to do Bible study with you. And I've really been trying to get into my spiritual girl side. I've always been very spiritual. I just have so when I was growing up, my parents was Muslim, but the rest of my family is Christian, and so I would go to the mosque. Used to go to a masjid with my dad, and my mom, I would go to the mosque with her. But then I got baptized. I used to go to church. It was a lot of confusion. It was like, okay, what can I do? What can I not do? Half the time I'm telling people I'm Muslim, but then I'm sitting here talking about Jesus Christ. What's going on? I guess it's called, I'm trans-religious. Like, I identify as Christian and Muslim. I'm just trying to get myself right with God, or and be aligned with one, because I'm a little bit confused when it comes to religion. But I do talk about God a lot. I love God. He loves me. We have a great relationship. I promise. Okay, so now that we got off of that segment, and the topic of the day, don't forget, was one day or day one. Let's play a little game. This segment is called That's Out of Pocket. And I have me a little jean pocket that I made. And so the way this is going to go is I'm going to pull maybe 2 to 3 topics from out of here. I already have them in here. Little strips. And I'm going to read them out. And I'm going to say why they're so out of pocket. But let me scramble them up. Let me scramble it up or something. Hold on. I don't want that one. This the one I really want. This one make me laugh. Okay, this one says stealing cars. So let's talk about this. Because one thing I hate is a thief. It is such a bummy activity. People get up every day and go to work to finance their cars, not even paying off these cars. And when they do pay off their cars, they buy them from auctions, and they usually be junky. And it's just like, people are working so hard, and y'all out here stealing cars. People are working so hard, and y'all out here stealing cars. It's to the point where a dealership in Baltimore is giving out wheel locks for the Hyundai and Kia people, because their cars are getting stolen so frequently. It's like, why are y'all stealing cars? And then y'all crashing them. Y'all can't even drive. Y'all stealing cars and y'all crashing them. What is that about? What's up with that? I can't get with it. That's a bummy ass activity for me. And in my opinion, y'all need some better friends, because if my friend told me they was out here stealing cars, do you know I would be like, bitch, I'm about to call the cops on you. You're a fucking thief and you nasty as shit. You really nasty. Who the fuck is your mom? Your mom? Do your mother know you out here stealing cars? That's too bummy for me. That's way too bummy for me. And then y'all stealing from your own people. Black people. Y'all stealing black people. Stop stealing from black people. I'm not saying steal from other races. No. We're not advocating for stealing. I don't want nobody stealing. But black people just never, we don't care about our own people. And I love my people. I'm very pro-black. Almost too pro-black. I'm very pro-black. And I just don't understand why you would come out the house, wake up, get ready and get dressed and stuff just to go outside and steal. Bummy. Let's go on to the next one. It's real bummy. And it's really pissing me off because my sister got a Hyundai. And so it's like, I keep telling that girl to get her a wheel lock. She keeps talking about, ain't nobody gonna steal my car. I'm gonna get one. Girl, nobody is exempt from this shit. I live all the way in Southern Maryland, where it's like, Charles County is supposed to be the richest county in Maryland. And it's people out here selling cars. Your mama and your daddy live in a big ass house with a fucking pool, big ass garage, hella rooms. Everything about your life is lavish. Your father is a cop. Your mother is a doctor or a nurse. And you out here stealing cars. Your mother got her trust fund and everything set up for you for when you go to college. And you out here stealing cars. I think that's crazy to me. Like, my dad lives in Waldorf, and my little brother, he got his car stolen last year. And I thought it was so crazy. I was like, what? I honestly was baffled, because I'm just like, wait, I thought I got away from that when I moved out of Baltimore. Let me just tell y'all something that I think is so hilarious. It don't matter where you go, it's always going to be a hood somewhere. It don't matter where you at, it's going to be a hood somewhere. And one thing that I learned is the black community and the Latino community, and no offense to us, but I really honestly thought, because of the media, because of the way the news makes Baltimore seem so bad, which when I lived there, I didn't feel like it was that bad. Because I walked around every day, nothing ever happened to me, nothing ever happened to none of my family. Everybody's secure and safe. God, keep my family safe, please. But everybody, it just don't seem that bad. It's like, if you in some shit, you must have been in some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are into some shit, then you're going to get into some shit. But if you minding your business, you're completely fine. Nobody's not about to just bother you. I don't think that Baltimore people are out here just being bullies, like how they make it seem. It's not like that. It's like, if you into some shit, you into some shit. That's that. But I had to realize, like, Baltimore is not the ghettoest place in Maryland. They have places like Largo is ghetto. I had to realize that. Capitol Heights, District Heights, anything that ends with Heights is a hot fucking mess. And I'm sitting around here, I'm like, I think it's funny because this whole time I was like, you know what, I'm about to move. Like, I'm moving to Southern Maryland with my boyfriend. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And shit do be happening. It's honestly weird. Alright, let's get into the next one. This one say, job said you need to give 2 weeks to quit, knowing damn well they gonna fire you with no notice. Cause bitch, when I leave a job, I'm disappearing. You know how many jobs I literally just walked the fuck out of? Walmart when I was like 19. They was trying to get me to take out my fresh nose piercing. The shit was still swollen in my nose. Just had got it like 2 weeks before I had got the job. And the manager going to try to say, if you don't take it out right now in front of me, then you can go home. I walked the fuck out. Fuck is you talking about? The post office, I just never showed my face again. The only job that I ever put a 2 weeks in was the casino, and that's because that was my favorite job. Like, I really loved it there. It's the best environment. It's so fun. It was so free. I got to be a girly girl. It was everything that I love. It was just, I love it. But that's crazy. You think I'm about to put in a 2 weeks, but if you want to fire me, you just gonna let me go? It's not happening. Okay. This gonna be the last topic that I pull out, y'all. Yo, this should say, selling your hair short because your mom gave you a perm in the 3rd grade and you pushing 30, yo. Do I even need to get into that? Because all the black girls know. Everybody be trying to say, my mom permed my hair when I was in the 3rd grade. That's why my hair is short. Baby, you need to cut that shit off then and start over. You is almost 30. That's not even that same hair from when you was in the 3rd grade. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We don't believe you. We don't believe you. Okay. So the next segment is called well, I don't have an actual formal name for it yet, but it is the advice segment, and of course I don't have a fan base yet. I do not have anybody who's going to send in emails right now, even though I do have an email address for people who need advice or want advice and want to send in emails, and it is called Go the Fuck Off Sis, GOTFOFFSIS @gmail.com. Go the fuck off sis @gmail.com, because I want y'all to go off. Say all y'all gotta say. And sis don't mean boys can't go off. If you're a guy and you have something to say, you got something to get off your chest, email me. Don't make it personal though. If it's about me and you mad about me not replying to your DMs or something crazy, or you my ex or something and you really hate me and you just want to get your email out, I'm gonna just say this for all my exes. Do not email me on no shit. Cause I've been with my man for 3 years. So why you still talking about me like we together? Period, SZA. SZA did her big one on that one. So, yes, email me, send in whatever you want to send, advice, or say you love the show, or a story that you want to get off your chest, and I will read it, but don't make it too long, okay? This one that I'm reading is about to be too long. Okay, so let's read this one. This is the advice segment, okay? We haven't gotten a name for it yet. But the title of this story is, my boyfriend of 2 years stole my car and left me at a party without my phone and wallet, and I don't know what to do now. Before I even read this, what you mean you don't know what to do? You need to beat the shit out with him and then never talk to him again. When you get your car and your wallet and your phone, beat the shit out of him and then never talk to him again. Okay, I am really shocked. So shocked that I turned to Reddit. I live in the Netherlands, so sorry if I make any typos. My boyfriend and he's 38 and I'm 26. He's 38 and I'm 22. That's where you went wrong. First of all, when you were 38, y'all been together for 2 years. That means you was 20 when you met him, and he was 36. What the fuck do he want with a 20-year-old? You can't even go to the bar. Stop thinking that these older men actually like you. Stop thinking that and I'm not saying all older men are bad, and I'm not saying that older men can't have a future with you and that it's just not going to work and stuff like that. But a lot of these older men do not like you. They don't like you. They don't like you. You're a fun time. You make them feel youthful. And the sex, it's about sex. Stop thinking that these men really like you. Because they don't. Okay. We've been together for 2 years now. We live 1 minute apart. he always has these episodes of vanishing for a couple days and not responding to texts or opening the door. It was awful at first. It still is, but I got used to it. I accept it because he's my world. He's your world because you're 22. Like when I was younger, I don't even think I was dumb I don't think I was that dumb when I was young. Like, I guess because of the career because of the job that I had, being a cocktail server and seeing so many niggas and just being around men all the time, it just, y'all was not fooling me. Now, I might have been dumb in love, like a sucker for love and stuff like that with the people that I was dealing with. But as far as like random men, like, y'all, no, y'all was not getting me like that. So, he's my world. Well, how is he your world? He disappears on you. He vanishes for days. He's not responding to your text or opening the door when you pop up at his fucking house. Y'all live 1 minute apart. Girl, wake up and smell the fucking roses. The thing that happened last weekend was different. It left me in a literal shock till now. The sadness is making me physically ill. Here we go. We went to a party of my boss in a city 2 hours from where I live. We drove in my car. Everything was fine. At least okay. He didn't compliment me on my outfit. He never does, but okay. It could be worse. Once we got there, we started drinking. I got drunk and started dancing as I usually do. Everything was fine. I was doing my own thing. What do I gotta say about this program? What I gotta say is, I don't want to be with nobody that don't give me compliments. I don't want to be with nobody that don't give me compliments. I feel like I be looking way too cute for you to see me every day, and not even if you don't see me every day, because this nigga is vanishing. When you see me, I need to be the sexiest thing that you ever seen. Every time you see me, I need you to say, you is the sexiest thing that you ever seen in your life. Because if not, then guess what? I'm going to be getting compliments from elsewhere. I'm not even going to lie. You ain't going to compliment me. It's plenty of men who will. And females. What is you talking about? Especially if you put on your best outfit, the best outfit you had in your closet that day. Sis. Hold on, she making me need a drink. Mm-mm. 3 hours from then, everything changed. He got really drunk, and so did I. I was talking to him, and he said something along the lines of, if you would get hurt in this outfit, it would be your own fault. That pissed me off. What? If you would get hurt in this outfit, it would be your own fault. Bitch, are you threatening me? Was that a threat? That pissed me off, so I walked away. He then left without saying anything to anyone, took my purse, which had my wallet and phone, started the car, and vanished. He left me with nothing. I had to sleep in the grass because no trains were driving. First of all, sweetie, you're at your boss's party. Your boss couldn't take you home. You couldn't be the only co-worker at that party. If you went to your boss party, I'm sure it was other people at your boss party. I would have been in that bitch like, oh my god, my boyfriend just stole my car. I need to ride home. Like, girl, you slept in the grass. They don't got Ubers in the Netherlands. Alright. I couldn't call a taxi because I had no money. Oh, okay. So, him selling your wallet wasn't even no big deal because either way you didn't have no money. Or did you have money in your wallet? Okay. I'm not. Drove without paying to my place. When I came home, all of my stuff that I had at his house were put in bags in my living room with the keys to my house. He since then hasn't said anything. I don't know what I did at the party that pissed him off so bad that he had to do this. The guilt is eating me alive. What are you guilty for? Why do you feel guilty? I wish I had her name and number because I would call her. What do you feel guilty about? What did you do wrong? That's another thing that I have. That's another problem that I have with like relationships. Like people meet you and they see that you are fun and free and loving, and then they get with you and they think you're supposed to be stiff. No, baby, you knew what it was when you met me. You knew what it was when you met me. Not only that, I'm only 22 years old. I'm only 22. I'm living in my 20s, having fun. I'm invited you to have fun. I invited you out to have fun with me. And then another thing is like, did you invite him out to have fun? Because he don't even seem like the type of nigga to have fun. He seems like annoying. He seems like a burden. He seems like he is controlling, and the only reason why you invited him out is because you really wanted to go and you had to ask for permission. Where is your, excuse me, y'all, where's your father? Where's your father? Because my father would have told me to have a ball. The father that I got, he would have wanted me to have a ball, have a blast, set it off in that motherfucker. Like, wow, out. Like, my dad already knows how I get when I go out. He knows that I be dancing. I be doing a whole lot. My family likes to have fun. My family likes to dance. Baltimore people love to dance. So I can't imagine a nigga telling me I can't dance at a party. Like, what you mean? Why did I come to the party? I didn't come to the party to sit around and be stiff. And he probably was really mad. He probably left and was mad because people probably was giving you attention. You probably look good. And one thing about these niggas, especially the ones that's older and try to date you while you're young, which is so weird, they do not want you to have a good time. They don't want you to look good. They want you to they don't want you to feel like nobody else ever could possibly ever want you in Everton and like never ever. They don't want you to feel like you could ever be happy without them. So they will try to literally make you miserable. They will try to make you miserable. Okay? And if somebody is making you miserable, if somebody is not making you happy, if you have to feel like, oh my God, am I going to get in trouble? First of all, how you going to get in trouble? We both grown. I'm not your child. You is my companion. I'm not your child. I am not your child. I hate for somebody to treat me like I'm their child. You're not my dad. I have a dad. I don't need a dad part two. You is my man. Like, what the hell? What's wrong with dancing? I could see she was shaking that ass for somebody, but what's so wrong with going out and dancing? I don't know. I hate to be you, sis. One thing I love about my boyfriend is he lets me be me. If he know he don't want to go somewhere and I want to go out and I want to hang with people, and the only people that I really ever hang with is family. Literally, blood family. He gonna let me have a good time. If I'm out somewhere and I want to dance, he gonna let me dance. He wants me to have the best life that I ever can have. He wants me to have fun. He wants life to be everything that I could ever dream of. And he's not judgmental. Like, he loves that. He loves to see me having a good time. That shit turns him on. So, if you're with somebody who don't get turned on by who you really are, and you feel like you have to be somebody else to be with them, they is not the one. Find somebody else. Okay, guys, so we're going to play a game, but this is not something that is going to be happening every episode. This is just something to wake you guys up, keep you alive, make sure you had fun with me here today. So this game is called Ate That Up, okay? I made this game up. It's called Ate That Up. You're basically going to name a song, a movie scene, something that you saw. It could be a TikTok video that's viral. It could be anything, really, that the person ate up. And today, I'm going to talk about the Emancipation of Mimi album, y'all. When I was younger, I didn't even know that was a breakup album. I didn't know what she was going through. And now, I was singing We Belong Together with all of my heart, with my whole chest. I was young as hell when that shit came out. Like I said, I'm 26. So, that was a classic. But, can we talk about Stay the Night? You keep saying stay the night. Just let me rock it till the... Like, Mimi, Mariah gave her all on the album. First of all, Stay the Night is hilarious to me because, baby, you was going to stay anyway. Because if it was a nigga that you really was into, if it was a man that you really didn't like that, you wouldn't even have been there that late. Wait, what'd she say? It's cold outside and much too late to drive. Like, girl, that's an excuse. You want to stay. You keep saying stay the night. Ooh. She ate that one up. She ate that one up. She even ate Fly Like a Bird. Like, she ate the whole album up. But I want to talk about why the fuck did Nelly get on that song talking about, oh damn, the club about to close in a minute. like why did he say it like that? Damn, the club is finna close. He like, the club about to close. I've been peeping you all night. Can I get your number, baby? Let me come take you home. Oh, period. Even running around in circles over you. Period. Running around in circles. I didn't even understand. Like, when I was younger, I swear, y'all, I did not understand. I did not understand what Mimi was going through. Mimi was going through a breakup. That's a really good breakup album. So if you're going through a breakup right now, you're having a hard time with it, that's a good album. And also Control by SZA, that's a bomb breakup album. It's like, yeah, she was going through all the emotions. She's like, okay, I can't even name the songs in order right now. But if you're going through a breakup, Control album and Emancipation of Mimi, because it went from sad. But Mimi, Mariah Carey, she came in strong with that album. She started off with a good song, and then it just went down to we belong together. Like, no, y'all didn't, baby. Y'all didn't. But yeah, so that is the end of this episode. I think this was a successful first episode. Thank you for spending your Saturday with me. So can I give a shout out to my little sister? This video is going to be posted on September the 2nd, which is my little sister's birthday. So happy birthday to my baby sis. Also, happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. My boyfriend is a Virgo. Both my sisters is Virgos. My older sister birthday just passed on the 28th. So happy birthday to you too, baby. I cannot wait for you guys to see what's in store for this show. And I hope to see you back next Saturday on our next scheduled appointment / episode with one and only Yasmin Kylie. Thank you so much. This is the first episode of Natural Therapist, and I think we did really good. I said it a little bit, but I'm happy with the results. I've been practicing this. Y'all don't know. I've been really practicing this for like a whole week in the shower. Just really talking. And I'm satisfied with this album. I'm satisfied with this episode. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Have a great Saturday.